Picture this. It's March 2014 in Ibadan, Nigeria's third largest city. A motorcycle taxi driver picks up a fare like any other day. He vanishes. Then another rider disappears. And another. Families beg police for help, but nothing happens. Frustrated, a group of Okada riders decides to search themselves. What they uncover in a quiet forest on the city's edge isn't just a crime scene. It has a full-scale house of horrors. Bodies in pieces. People chained like animals. A place locals would later call the Forest of Horror. This isn't fiction. This is the true story of Soka Forest and the nightmare that was finally exposed. If you're ready for one of the darkest true crime cases from West Africa, stay with me. This one gets heavy. Welcome back to Lost in Myths, the home of deep dive into real mysteries, unsolved cases, and the darkest parts of history. If you're new, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell. We cover stories like this every week. Today, we're going back to 2014 Ibadan for a full breakdown of the Soka Forest discovery. Let's start with the city itself. Ibadan, capital of Oyo State, is a massive, bustling place over 3 million people in 2014, famous for its markets, universities, and deep Yoruba roots. But like many cities in Nigeria, it has a hidden underbelly. For years, rumors swirled about money rituals, a belief in some circles that human body parts, especially fresh ones, can be used in occult ceremonies to bring wealth, success, or spiritual power. These aren't ancient superstitions. They're active in parts of West Africa, fueling an underground market for human parts. Kidnappings spike around election seasons or big business deals. People disappear from streets, bus stops, even their homes. In early 2014, Okada riders noticed a pattern. Passengers would request rides to remote areas near Soka Forest, and the riders never came back. Complaints to police went nowhere. Then, on March 22nd, everything exploded. A rider named Abakuda went missing after a drop-off near Soka. His colleagues, tired of waiting for authorities, grabbed machetes, sticks, and flashlights. They pushed into the thick bush. The stench hit first: decay, rot, death. They found an old, crumbling building once, maybe a warehouse or small factory, now abandoned and overgrown. Doors forced open, and horror. Inside canes bolted to walls and floors. 23 living people emaciated, barely able to speak, some with fresh wounds. Outside piles of decomposing bodies, skeletons scattered across the grounds, severed heads, limbs, torsos in heaps. Clothes, shoes, IDs, phones, and personal items from dozens, maybe hundreds of victims. Some reports described shallow graves or areas suggesting more bodies buried beneath. One rescuer later said they believed victims were still alive underground, even communicating by phone before batteries died. The scene was so overwhelming that some searchers vomited on the spot. Word spread fast. Crowds gathered. Police arrived hours later. The survivors' accounts were gut-wrenching. One woman said she was drugged at a bus stop, woke up chained. They fed us little, beat us, cut parts while some were still alive. Another described being held for weeks, hearing screams at night as others were taken away. Many victims were Okada riders, traders, ordinary people snatched for quick cash. Body parts weren't just discarded. Evidence suggested they were harvested for sale. Heads, genitals, breasts, hearts sold to ritualists, herbalists, or wealthy clients who believed in the power of human sacrifice. This wasn't one serial killer. It looked like an organized operation. Kidnappers supplying a network. Rumors pointed fingers at politicians, businessmen, even some traditional leaders who allegedly ordered custom jobs for rituals. Police arrested a handful at the scene, including armed guards, but no big names ever surfaced publicly. The discovery triggered chaos. By March 24th, thousands surrounded the site, furious, demanding justice. Riots erupted. People threw stones, set fires, clashed with police. At least 20 injured, vehicles torched. The building was nicknamed House of Horror overnight. Oyo state government moved fast. They seized the land, demolished the structure days later, and built a school on the site as a symbol of renewal. 23 survivors got medical care. Some reunited with families. But the outrage didn't stop. Similar small discoveries popped up elsewhere in Oyo State. National media called it a wake-up call about ritual killings and trafficking. Yet, no major arrests followed. No masterminds named. No trials that made headlines. The case quietly faded from front pages. Some survivors spoke of being threatened or ignored. To this day, families of the missing still wonder if their loved ones ended up there. Over a decade later in 2025, and 2026 old footage from Soka still circulates online, sometimes falsely claimed as new. Fact-checkers repeatedly confirm it was 2014, but ritual killings haven't vanished in Nigeria. Cases continue in Oyo, Ogun, Lagos, even northern states. Groups like the OPC, Udua People's Congress, sometimes step in where police fail. Questions remain. How long was this place operating? Hundreds of victims? Who really ran it? Were powerful people protected? Corruption, fear, and stigma around occult topics likely buried the truth. The Forest of Horror exposed a system, but didn't dismantle it. The Ibadan Forest of Horror is more than a gruesome story. It's a reminder of vulnerability, belief systems gone dark, and how evil can hide in plain sight. Ordinary riders uncovered what authorities ignored. Their courage saved lives, but justice? Still missing. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. See you soon.